In this episode of Supply Chain Now Radio, show host and managing partner at TalentStream, Scott Luton, discusses key supply chain trends, including customer demand for increased supply chain traceability and visibility of orders, urban logistics as a new supply chain battlefield, and how to minimize costs on multi-case parcel shipments.
We're going to lead off with how much more demanding customers are as it relates to supply chain visibility and performance. So according to a global survey, 78% of consumers want to receive updates on the status of their orders when purchasing goods. They want to know where it is and when they can expect it. And more interesting, they won't hesitate to switch brands if supply chain performance from their retailers fails to meet their expectations. So this global survey, which is very telling in the evolution of consumers' demands, was conducted by YouGov, sponsored by M4, and reported by Supply Chain Digital. So Lee, when we order something, we want to see where it is and when we can expect it and use it, right?
It makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Speaking of these more demanding customers like Lee Cantor, let's focus in on those based in urban areas. So urban logistics, point number 2 here, urban logistics is reportedly, quote unquote, the new battleground in retail. According to a recent survey by Auburn University, 80% of retailers surveyed said that urban fulfillment is an area of growth. However, the opportunity doesn't come without its challenges as anything else, right? 40% of the same folks describe that the final mile cost is a huge challenge. So to capitalize on the urban fulfillment opportunity, retailers are doing things like spending more on technology year over year in terms of 2018 over 2017. They're using stores as fulfillment centers, and we've had some different experiences in our warm-up conversation related to that. Retailers are also contracting with on-demand service providers and expanding the use of local couriers for growing urban deliveries. So urban logistics, of course, here in Metro Atlanta, the supply chain capital of the East Coast, soon to be promoted to the universe, right, Lee? Huge challenge here, especially with traffic and some other local challenges.
And then did you see that Amazon's now trying to deliver to the trunk of your car?
I did. It's interesting that you raised that point. Topic number 3, speaking of those urban markets, Jeff B. and the Amazon team are rolling out yet another neat idea. They are delivering the cars now. So in 37 major U.S. metro markets, Amazon will be delivering packages to the cars where they're partnering with General Motors and Volvo and those late models satellite communications systems such as OnStar, right? I guess Amazon's going to show up. They'll send a signal to unlock the trunk or the door. They'll stick the package in, and then it'll relock, and then they're on to their next delivery. So what a neat, as you're at work maybe, or if you're at a radio show, you can get deliveries right here and have it with you on your way home. So
Scott, I'm going to have to clean my trunk out.
Absolutely. But of course, I think a key part of this development is you've got to be an Amazon Prime member, so it keeps that retention in place. And evidently, early feedback is that it's customers appreciate it. It's been successful. They're looking to expand it to other locations, as well as more makes and models moving forward. No news yet if they're going to expand it to Honda Accords. So that's what I'm waiting to see if they're going to do that. Chris, one more top thing to know in supply chain now. What we miss?
Yeah, Scott. Well, it's a trend, but it's been going on for several years. Especially if you're a shipper, it's a big impact. And talk about the final mile deliveries. If you're shipping cases to end users or to other businesses, there's a thing called bundling now that a lot of shippers are not taking advantage of. If you ship small cases, you're having to pay somewhat of a dimensional weight factor to the parcel carriers specifically. And what we talked about earlier today is it's cheaper to send 2 small packages bundled together as one than it is to send 2 small packages separately. So it's something that's called dim weights. The FedEx, UPS, they've implemented the costing a couple years ago, but I still talk to many customers today at a very tactical cost savings level that aren't taking advantage of looking at bundling opportunities.
Terrific environment to take advantage of every opportunity to save on cost. So that concludes our top things to know in supply chain now.